All right, guys, with me is Muaji from Movistar KOI, the team NA representative going to Major West for Honor of Kings. We're very excited for them, and here's team captain Muaji. Muaji, how you doing?
Hello, guys. Doing
No,
well.
we're really glad to have you here. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit? Because you are currently a college student. So which university are you attending?
Yeah, I'm currently going to UCLA right now, and I'm also participate all the tournaments this year for Honor of Kings.
So I know we're here doing the tier list, but this is just for the background story, right? Because you are a college student and you're heading to
Yeah.
Malaysia to represent North America for the upcoming Major West. Now, what make you want to make this decision, to actually go
Yeah.
offline to Malaysia?
Being a pro player in esports is always my dream, and I just feel like this is a time to make the dream come true. And there's a lot of work that we need to put in, but now we're here. Now I'm here with my team. I hope we can make it to the EWC.
Awesome. So first of all, very, very excited for the team. And then if you're watching all over the world, make sure to watch out for this upcoming uprising star, Muaji, as well as Movistar, KOI, for supporting the team and supporting all the players to go to Malaysia for this trip. So with that being said, guys, we literally have the finest of the entire NA region to come talk to us about the strongest meta picks. So you can have a better experience ranking or playing pick tournaments or whatnot. So since you're mid lane, why don't we start from mid lane first
Yeah,
with the
sure.
tier list? So why don't you tell me what are the heroes that you think are tier S?
For the mid laner, I think S tier hero will be Mai.
Are Mai, you tier S?
Mai is S tier.
Uh,
Niwa is S tier.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so who else?
Ganemo
Dynamo. Okay, all
is
right.
also fifth row.
So that's actually interesting. Why Dynamo though?
Because in peak, in rank, if you wanna actually carry the team, you definitely need to pick something that when you have gold, you're going to do a lot of damage to the enemy team.
Hmm.
So these three heroes are the best hero that you can farm. You do CC, you're making a lot of damage, and that is how a mid laner to carry the game.
As an S tier mid laner, you have to have the ability to do a lot of damage from far, or like Mai
Yes.
Nui, which is just Mai. So
Yeah.
okay,
You
what
have to be
about?
able to do a lot of damage.
Got it. What about tier A?
Tier A will be Yixin,
Okay,
the Frost,
right here. Okay,
and Lady Zen.
Lady Jen, but it does include all the heroes available in NA server. So we're just gonna, worried about the NA meta. All right, which is global
Also
server.
Angela
Angela,
and
interesting.
G.
And wait, and she's Shi, right? Shi.
Yeah,
Shi as well. Okay. So my question is, regarding these five heroes, I have noticed a trend, which is they are all really good at wave clear.
Yeah, they're all good at wave clear and FCCs. Because all the S tier hero that they have everything. But A tier hero that they only have CCs. Either they only have CC or they only have damage. So that's why they're A tier. They're not S tier.
Okay, well, but at the same time, let me compare Angela, right? Angela also have CC, also have damage. Like if Angela lands a skill set on you, you're dead.
Yeah, Angela is the type of hero that you need to combo with your teammate. Let's say if your support is a Liang, then if you owe someone, then Angela's damage is gonna be high because that guy is gonna stand there for like 3 seconds, and you can just throw every of your skill to the enemy, and he's 100% gonna die.
I see. It
Yeah.
seems like there's a clear trend right here, right? It seems like Yixin, Zhao Jun, Zhenji, all those characters, Lady Jen, are all very high. I mean, they have a lot of CCs, and then
Yeah,
I guess Nuwa and Gan and Mo are just longer range, and then Mai just have insane amount of
Yeah.
mobility.
those A tier hero that it's like you can help your team to win, but if you want to carry by yourself, then it's kind of hard.
I have a question because we notice in the past tournaments, right, in S3 Invitational, EWC, we frequently see the combo of Shangguan and Dolia. Why is Shangguan not in tier A? Then what does Shangguan belong?
Because Shangguan is one of my favorite hero, and I played her for like 1,000 games maybe. And Shangguan she's scared of like CCs and those type of hero that have a lot of DCs. And in the meta right now, every hero have CC. You can see S tier, A tier, like literally every hero have CC. So Sangguan is so easy to get counter, and that's why she is at B tier, even
Got it.
though he's my favorite hero.
And who else would you put in B tier along with Shangguan?
It will be Diao Chan
And who else?
and Kong Ming
Komin. Okay. And
and what is his name? The
Gao,
guitar guy.
the guitar guy. Yeah. Gao
Yeah,
Jianli. Gao, right? We're also
yeah,
teaching you the full name of the character while we're doing tier list. So yeah, Gao Komin, and then you have Diao Chan, and Shangguan. Okay,
yeah,
cool characters. So I couldn't believe Gao. I mean, I kind of understand Gao and Shangguan are the same tier because Gao, Shangguan engage styles were similar.
yeah. For the B tier hero that you can see, they all have damage, but they don't have any CC,
Makes sense.
and it's easy to get counter. So that's why. But I mean, if they don't have CC, and if you're one trick on those four hero, that you might be able to win the game really easy and carry the game because they're doing a ton of damage when they have gold.
Got it. So the rest of the majors, like Zhou Yu, Daji, Zhang Liang, right, Liang, or Haino, Doctor Bian, all those characters you would say are just C tier, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because those heroes are like, even though you have gold, you're not doing a lot of damage, and also maybe you don't have enough CCs. So that's why they're C tier.
It does seem like those heroes are kind of slow. That's your mid lane tier list for you guys. With that being said,
Yeah.
I think your second position, favorite position you said is Clash lane, right?
Yes.
So let's now talk about Clash lane. Who would you say are this S tier for Clash in peak tournament rank?
I would say is Dharma
Dharma,
and
okay.
Elaine.
And Elaine. Elaine.
Yeah.
Dude, Elaine has been S tier for so long.
Yeah.
Is
He's
there
always S tier.
okay? So Elaine versus Dharma. Who do you prefer?
Dharma is better early game, but late game, Elaine wave pushing is too strong. You need like 3 guys, 2 guys to kill him. So
Elaine also have insane amount of mobility. If feel
yeah.
like you just can't hurl his ultimate, he just gets away. No, put a Elaine picture here, guys. Okay, so this is Elaine. So S tier. What about A tier? Who's right under Elaine? You would say
Byron?
Byron. Okay, so let me
Charlotte?
ask this question: why is Byron under Dharma and Elaine? I feel like Byron is also really strong. No.
Yeah, Byron is strong, but compared to Dharma and Elaine, Byron, it's hard to actually carry the game because he's tanky. He can tank a lot of damage. It's hard for you to actually kill. Let's say if their ADCs are early or are long, it's actually hard for you to kill him. Yeah, he's good laning. He's good early game, but late game will be a little bit
Got it.
hard.
Got
For
it. So he lacks the. You think he lacks the ability to catch the enemy backline? Like
yeah,
it's harder for him.
yeah.
Whereas a Dharma, we all know the dash engage combo, like the flash engage combos. So we have Byron, and who else do we have?
We have Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte, of course. Yo, so Charlotte seems like she has an insane amount of mobility.
Yeah, Charlotte laning any of the Clash Lane heroes, she is not losing to them.
So you would say she's one of the strongest laner in
Yeah,
Clash Lane.
strongest laner, but like in the team fight, maybe there's less things she can do compared to Dahmer, Elaine, those type of hero.
Yeah, she's missing CC. I feel like because she has to draw this like a little star to do the
Yeah,
knockup.
exactly.
Who else do you have on your list?
We have Ma Ying and Sun Ce.
Ma Ying and Sun Ce, of course. So walk me through Ma Ying and Sun Ce. Sun Ce seems like have a lot of engage, like global presence.
Yeah, Sun Ce is a hero that basically he's good at everything. He's tanky, he's doing CC, he have damage. That's definitely an A tier hero.
Then why isn't Sun Ce in like S tier if it's so good?
Because Sun Ce cannot beat Elaine in lane.
Oh, so it's about lane priority in a sense.
Yeah.
Basically, if you lose your lane, like they can
yeah.
invade your jungle more.
For late game, it's hard for Sun Ce to push the lane. Solo push. It's hard for him to do that.
His wave clear is bad. By
I
the
mean,
way,
it's good, but if
Go
they
ahead.
have Elaine and those type of hero, and it's hard for Sun Ce to clean it.
Got it. Okay, so you have Byron, Charlotte, Sun Ce, Ma Ying. Okay, that's your A tier list. All right, what about Mulan? Where do you think Mulan belong?
Mulan is B tier.
Why is she B tier? I remember Mulan used to be really strong. There was like a lot of players. I remember when I was watching KPL from China, there's like Fly. A lot of players know him for being so good at this character. It was so meta.
If you're a one trick, then I think Mulan could be A tier. But
Mm.
you know, it takes a lot of time to practice this hero, and it's weak early game. So even though you're a one trick, you might get a lot of guys ganking you, or your jungle is gonna get invade early game. So it's
Got
gonna be
it.
hard.
And also, like, there are a lot of counters for this character. You can just pick
Yeah,
Dong Huang.
basically Mulan in lane, she cannot win any of the hero that it's in A tier and S tier.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of top Mulan player. They just poke with 1-2 combo. And they dash in. Instantly
Yeah,
proc.
but that have to be after level 4. But
Got it.
those hero will zone your wave. Like you cannot get any wave.
So in top tier, Mulan definitely is lacking compared to the rest of the S and A tier.
Yeah, but I would say if you're a one chick, then you can definitely try that in peak or rank.
Got it.
Yeah, because she's pretty good.
So who shares B tier along with Mulan?
Going to be Guan Yu
Uh-huh.
and Fuzi,
Uh-huh.
Liu Bang,
Oh, Liu Bang, okay.
and Mi Yue.
Interesting. Okay. I noticed that you have a lot of CC from all this character. Fuzi engage. We know Fuzi Daqiao combo, right? The global teleport style. And have Guan Yu. There isn't any, I mean, I wouldn't say there isn't, but Guan Yu is one of the best engaged in the entire game. And then you have Mulan also, like one-on-one late game is really strong. Her ability to cut backline is insane. And here is Mi Yue. Like, why is Mi Yue on this list?
I have to say, because in Clash Lane, if Mi Yue, it's good go against those A tier and S tier hero, like Mi Yue against Elaine, against Byron, and against Senta. All three of the hero against Mi Yue, they don't have a chance.
Really?
Yeah. So you can see the B tier hero, those are like they're good at weight pushing or they're good at helping the teammate, but they can only do one thing. Like Mi Yue, she's not definitely like she's probably the worst class winner in a team fight. But
Yeah.
weight pushing and early game laning, then she's gonna be pretty good. Gonna give Elaine a lot of trouble.
Basically, S and A tier, they're all around. Okay, got it. So that's a common theme we're seeing from tier B. All right, I have a question. Lu Bu is one of the most popular characters in Honor of Kings. Why is Lu Bu not on the list yet?
Yeah, it is, and it's also kind of easy to play. You just have to wait for late game, wait for your build, then you're gonna do a lot of damage. I think that's why people like to play Lu Bu. But same problem, early game in Honor of Kings, the game is always like 15 minutes. Like around 15 minutes. You're gonna have a lot of trouble early game if you're playing Lu Bu. Especially if you're against, let's say, Dahmer, if you're against Charlotte, if you're against Senta. You're gonna have a lot of trouble early game.
So you say Lu Bu is like tier C? C tier?
Yeah, but late game, Lu Bu is definitely S tier.
What about Xiang Yu though? Xiang Yu seems like pretty strong character, no?
Xiang Yu is I would say this hero it's very easy, and also it's, maybe sometimes you just kill their ADC by accident or something because you're low HP and you just walk in front of your face and you just one shot him. Yeah, that's possible. But Xiang Yu, his damage is just too kind of low, and no, he's not tanking a lot. Yeah, I just don't like this hero to be honest.
Got it. Okay, I got a special question. Cao Cao used to be one of the. I think this character was never really mentioned because this character. I also never seen people play this character in game.
Yeah, because this character is only in Brazil server. It's not available for NA and other region. I believe it's only in Brazil.
Oh, so if you download the game in NA, you couldn't get it.
Yeah,
I see. Because I have it on my account.
Yeah, you have it, but you cannot use it
in ranked.
Yeah, if you're playing NA server, you cannot use it.
I see. But okay, if you could, where would you rank Cao Cao?
I will rank Cao Cao at B tier, I think.
I see. But it's not available, so like screw it.
Yeah, it's not available.
Yeah, that's such a shame because I remember watching KPL and Cao Cao was frequently picked. Like the lane sustain.
Yeah, because in KPL there's a lot of good early player, and Cao Cao counter early. So
why is that? Why is Cao Cao counter early?
Because early have a lot of dash, but Cao Cao also have 3 dashes. So in the team fight, Cao Cao it's easy to kill early. Just use those dashes to follow her dash.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's your full tier list for the Clash lane. So now let's talk about jungle position. What would you say are the S tier jungler?
The S tier in the meta right now will be Luna.
Luna, interesting.
And Argon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can understand Algorand. Why Luna?
All the hero that is strong right now, it's like tank jungler, like Dun, like Menki, like Agudo, and Luna
Oh.
against all those. They cannot touch Luna.
Oh, because they don't have hardcore CC to stop it.
Yeah,
Like,
Luna just have too many dashes and farm so fast. So if you're a
oh.
one chick, but it also take a lot of times to practice. So I would say if you're a one chick, then Luna is 100% your best hero to go rank.
That's what I would see in top tier rank. Monkey, Dun, all those junglers, right? But in lower tier ranked, I don't see Luna that much. First, people don't play it. And also, I see a lot of assassins like Lamb or whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask this a question. Since Lamb is one of the most popular characters, let's start with Lamb. Where do you think Lamb belongs in this tier?
To B tier, because there is a nerf
Wow.
like a month ago. There is a
Mm.
nerf, and it's kind of hurt because the damage. If you build full damage and the damage is a little bit too low, if you build full damage, because if you build that full damage, that means you're squishy. I think he belongs to B tier.
So you build full damage, you become too squishy. But if you build tank, you don't do damage in a sense.
Yeah, just kind of
Okay.
like that after
All
the
right.
nerf.
By the way, I cannot find Algorand again. I don't think it's here. Okay, well, remember, next to Luna, there is Algorand. Okay, then right after that, obviously we mentioned Monkey and Dun. Would you say those are the tier list characters?
Yes, A tier, definitely A tier.
Okay,
Also popular in the tournament.
I see. Where's Monkey, by the way? Okay, so who is also going to be A tier along with Monkey and Dun?
Agudo,
True.
Hanxin, Jin, and the Tiger.
Jing. And who? Kaiser? Oh, Tiger.
Tiger.
Oh, Pei. You're talking about Pei. So
Yeah,
Pei, we got Pei, the Tiger, we got Hanxin, we got Jing, we got well Jing is Mirror Blade, I think. Yeah, Mirror Blade.
Yeah.
That's her name. Mirror Blade.
First row.
First row. Oh, right here. So yeah, that's the 4 you have there. Yeah, what do you think about a reworked Agudo?
It's a good buff for Agudo. It's a good rework.
Why is that?
Now Agudo become, he's gonna have a lot of dashes and being able to do poke to the tank jungler, especially tank jungler. It's really popular in the meta right now.
Got it.
So
Makes sense.
Agudo is really good against those tank junglers.
Would you build damage Agudo or tank Agudo? Which one is more popular?
I would say always build tank. Don't build damage.
I see. But it seems like if you build full damage now, it's just so fun.
It's fun, but if you're actually trying to climb the rank or peak, then I don't suggest that.
Okay, well, let me put it this way, right? You have in A tier, you have like 4 tanks. Hanxin, by the way, is not necessarily a tank, but in tournament, people only build tank build on Hanxin, right? So you have Dun, Monkey, Hanxin, and Agudo. They're all tank build. What Pei and Jing, they don't really have the variety of being tank, right? They're just damage jungler.
I put 3 assassin and 3 tank jungler at tier A. Those assassins, either they have a lot of dashes. I mean, they all have a lot of dashes. Hanxin, Pei, and Jing, they all have a lot of dashes, and they're farm really quick. When they get gold, you just cannot really stop them. So that is why they're A tier.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's just really high mobile or just meta tanks, So you can see Jing, Hanxin, Pei all have the same trade, which is highly mobile. All right, so let's go to B tier. So obviously we established Lamb is here, and who would you say follows Lamb?
We have Fade.
So Fade is here. Who else?
Butterfly.
Oh, Butterfly. Who didn't like Butterfly, by the way? It's also not on this list, I don't think. All right, so we got Fade and Butterfly.
Dianwei, Wukong.
Dianwei, Wukong. Oh, interesting. What about Sima Yi?
Sima Yi, I would say it's C tier, to be honest.
Wow. Okay. Sima Yi, C tier. All right. So you have Lamb, Dianwei, Monkey King, Butterfly. Okay, what about Musashi? Musashi is like one of the most popular jungle.
Musashi is also B tier.
Why is Musashi Why is Musashi B tier? Why isn't Musashi higher?
Because I just feel like Musashi against those A tier hero, it's just hard for Musashi to actually do. If you build damage, then you're not farm as quick as those hero that in A tier. If you build a tank, you're not as tank as those hero in A tier. So Musashi just his position just kind of awkward,
Yeah, but what about just going to backlines? Because I noticed a lot of top Musashi players from the last tournament, S3 Invitational, they just use it to kill backline, target backline with ultimate.
Yeah, it is not bad when you're against a team that have a lot of heal, so you can use your ult
Uh,
to kill them.
okay,
Yeah,
what about rest of the jungle? What about Lanling? You feel Lanling is here too?
it's B tier.
Lanling is also B tier.
Yeah.
Lanling along with Musashi, that just doesn't sit well with me, bro. Like I feel like Musashi just better than Lanling. Or
I
like
mean,
what?
Lanling,
Go ahead.
yeah, Lanling in rank and pick, it's just annoying because in the tournament, if the enemy team pick Lanling, we will make sure our ADC don't get killed like in our high ground tower or something, something
Yeah,
like that you see in the stream for
yeah.
those Chinese streamer. And but like in rank, nobody really care about your ADC. Your support won't follow you the whole game, so Lanling will be able to do a lot of annoying things. Invade jungle, kill the ADC.
Got
So yeah,
it.
in
Makes
rank,
sense.
I'll suggest you to play Lanling.
In rank, nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody's care about your ADC.
Okay, what about Ne? The most popular characters in the, I wouldn't say in the meta, but just in the world right now because of the movie.
Yeah, Naza just easy to play, and also you can kill their ADC really easy. You're tanky. It's annoying for the ADC player. When you see Naza, you're gonna have a bad time.
So Ne is B tier, in your opinion.
Yeah, but we have to remember Naza is a tank jungler, but he actually needed farm. So I mean,
Mm.
Shaq needs to farm. So we have to make sure that when we play Naza, don't just fight early game. You have to go farm. You have to go
Oh.
take your jungle.
So the difference between Ne and Duen, Monkey, or Agudo is that Ne needs a lot more farm, whereas
Yeah,
Duen, Monkey are tanky by design.
yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty much all the. So rest of the heroes, you would just say like a Ta or a Nakoruru. They're pretty much all C tier and under.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That is so sad because like Sirius, for example, I like that character. I would I like to see this character higher ranked, but I guess C you belong. All right, there you have it, guys. That's your tier list for jungle. I think we listed quite a bit of popular options already here by our lovely mid laner. All right, guys, we're now talking about AD carry, marksman lane. So in the farm lane, what is S tier? Arlie?
In farm and S tier, yeah, always Arlie and Long.
Arlie and Long, those two characters has been dominating the meta for I don't know how long
there for a year.
Yeah. In EWC, I remember it was Arlie and Long. S3 Invitational, Arlie and Long. Like, is there a time that's not Arlie and Long? It's always Arlie, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so interesting because like for a long time, remember for Honor of Kings, the meta is always Arlie versus Marco Polo. What happened to Marco Polo that he's not on this list?
Marco Polo is A tier, I'll say. I personally like to play Marco Polo. But when Marco Polo against Arlie and Long, it's hard for him to farm and actually kill them in the team fight.
So Arlie stronger than Marco, you would say, 101.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's why. But Marco Polo is still really popular. Like whenever I see Arlie being not available, Marco Polo is your next choice. Obviously, Long. Okay, then what about Lady Sun?
Lady Sun, I would say it's gonna be between S tier and A tier.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Lady Sun is the only hero that counters all of the S tier heroes. She countered Arlie, she countered Long. So, but she also needs a good support to protect her, to make her be able to do a lot of damage in the team fight.
Okay, so, I didn't want to interrupt you, but why is Lady Sun the counter to Arlie? And because I feel like on paper, Arlie can skill too and blocks everything from Lady Sun, no?
Yeah, but Lady Sun's attack range is longer than Arlie. So it's easy for Lady Sun to do like a little poke to Arlie, especially late game. If you hit Arlie one time, she's 100% gonna be low HP, 1 HP.
I see. But then okay, I feel like in lane, Arlie can constantly abuse the 1-2 combo. Like come in, all attack you, skill 2, and jumps away. And there's nothing Lady Sun can do about that, no?
So yeah, that's why she's between S and A tier. Because she needed support. That's
true.
That's basically She needed she needed someone to help her.
By the way, if you haven't got the JJK Nobara skin for Lady Sun, that's a shame because that skin is so good.
Yeah, that skin's good.
Yeah. All right. So Marco Polo, Lady Sun. What about Dianjie?
Yeah, their NG is also A tier.
Okay, then who else in A tier?
It's gonna be Shouyue.
You know, I remember for a while, Shoya was played as a marksman. Not marksman, sorry, played as a mid laner sometime. You know, just to clear wave and poke.
Yeah, because it's snipe.
Okay, Shouyue on tier A. That's interesting because I don't see this character that much. Would you ever pick Shouyue over any of the other options in the list?
I would say I would never pick Shouyue against Long, but other than that, I will suggest you guys to play Shouyue because after the rework, you're not just them at the backline and snipe. You're using your auto attack, especially late game. The late game auto attack it making a lot of damage to everyone. So I would say when you play Shouyue, just wait for late game, which you need to farm, and when you have gold, you're going to do a lot of damage.
Got it. Consort Yu. Consort Yu seems like a character that belongs to A tier, no?
Consort is a B tier because
Wow.
you know
Why is
you don't
that?
have dashes, and usually we pick Consort for just stay on the tower and clean the wave.
So like it's also good against assassins, no? When assassin try to get to her.
Yeah, it's also good against assassin, but usually we pick that just stay on the tower.
Okay, what about Aaron?
Aaron, I would say there's not much space for Aaron to
All right,
show up.
we're putting her down. Who else belongs to B tier?
It's gonna be Hoi
HoE. Wow, HoE over Aaron?
and
Wow.
Alacio.
Oh, Alacio. Wait, so Alacio is stronger than Aaron as well. What? Aaron that weak? I thought
Yes, it
recently
is.
she got a buff.
Yeah, but I would say still Aaron just too squishy and no dashes.
Okay. I mean, there's a dash with Aaron. What are you talking about? Skill 2. There's a dash.
Oh yeah, but that's like a tiny dash.
Not enough. Okay, Alacio
Yeah.
is not on this list either. So HoE, Alacio, and then also who else? How about Feng?
The Yunfeng? Yeah,
Oh,
Feng.
Feng. Okay, Feng's in the list. Compare Feng as a marksman to a jungler. Which one would you prefer?
I would say definitely go farm lane because Feng
Mm.
jungle just there's too many options for jungle. So
True. That's
yeah.
why. It's relatively weak in a sense.
Mhm.
All right, so rest of the hero just go under, right? Like, I mean, that makes sense. So again, we're missing Long in S tier. So that should give you insane amount of options already if you're looking for characters to play. My personal favorite, honorable mention, has to be Luban number 7. I think the hero is extremely fun and also extremely cute. So I'll give Luban number 7 C tier.
Yeah, extremely easy to get killed.
True. But you have to play Luban number 7 just for the skins, right? The astronaut skin is so good.
Oh yeah, I like the skins.
Yeah, the skins are so good. There's also upcoming collaborations with the detective anime. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, that skin's so goated.
Conan.
Yeah, Conan skin, true. Detective Conan. Cannot wait for that if that ever comes out on global server. Okay, so there you go. That's your marksman tier. You got Arlie as well as Long on S tier. And on A tier, you got Marco Polo, Lady Sun, Dianjie, and Shouyue. 4 really powerful characters. And then it trickles down from there. All right, there you go, guys. That's your tier list. And then let's go into the last tier list, which is support. Okay, starting off, I have to say, obviously, you have Diadea as your tier S.
The idea is 100%.
Why? Okay, so Diadea, explain. Is it because Algron is tier S? Is that why Diadea is tier S? Or is there other reasons for it?
That's one of the reasons. I think the combo is actually not bad, and also the idea just have heal, have dash, have CC, have damage. Like she
True.
just all around.
True. Diadea's CC is insane. Heal, mobility. The character also reduce money from the enemy.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That's annoying. And then I can't find Diadea in that list. Okay, who else sits in S if there is any?
It's going to be Dolia and Liang.
Liang.
Yeah.
Wow, Liang is in the list.
Yes, it is.
Okay, where's Dolia? Do you see her? I can't see her here.
I don't think Dolia is here.
Oh my god, I'm missing 2 S tier support. Okay, so there you go. There you're missing Dolia and Algron. Why is Liang in here? Because the ultimate?
Yeah, the ultimate is just it should be one of the most annoying hero that in HoK.
True.
You just couldn't do anything against Liang
Yeah.
when he ults.
You play Lamb in rank, and then they have a Liang. You just want to not play that game. Okay, so what about A tier?
A tier gonna be Zhang Fei, Lian
Mm-hmm.
Po.
Lian Po, okay, interesting. Lian Po made it into A tier list.
Those two heroes are like the only tank support that is available in the server.
I see. Oh, true. What about, so all the other support, you would not build tank on them?
Yeah, I mean most of the support that I would suggest you guys should build tank on it, but it will not be as tank as Zhang Fei and Lian Po.
Makes sense. What about Mozi?
Yeah, Mozi is also in A tier.
Okay. And is there anyone else?
And we have Sakir.
Oh,
Am I-
Sakir, of course,
Yeah.
who is not on this list.
That's not on the list.
Oh, not on the list. Okay, so you got Sakir in here as well. And then,
And Da Qiao and Yu Huan.
oh, wait, Yu Huan is support?
Yeah, Yu Huan is support.
Okay, that's so interesting. I mean, I guess we don't have a lot of poke, long range stun as well. And
Yeah.
then,
Yu Huan is good at laning, 2v2.
True.
It's just good. Like, I think someone from China server create this, but I don't know who exactly it is, but it's just good.
Right now, it's still the time where the entire world is learning from the Chinese region, the KPR region, I would say, right? So it makes sense to study what they're doing and then see if it makes sense. Don't just copy bluntly, right? See why they do what they do, why they do Da Qiao Fuzi, all that. Da Qiao,
Yeah, exactly.
Arlie. Okay, all right, there you go. You're missing Sakir, right, in tier A, and you're missing Dolia as well as Ogran Dolia and Diadia in tier S. What about Donghuang?
Yeah, Donghuang is going to be in B tier.
Oh, I see Donghuang right here. Oh, okay, Guzi right here as well. So, okay, why Donghuang and Guzi in B tier? Because remember, Guzi was one of the most popular and the most powerful engage in the game.
Yeah, it is, but first of all, Donghuang, her ult is annoying either. Because Liang, Donghuang, two of the most annoying hero in the game. You just couldn't do anything when he or she ult you. Liang just the range is longer. Sometimes when you're playing Donghuang, you're trying to ult someone, but when you're going, you're already low HP, and if you don't have flash, it's hard for you to catch your ADC.
Got it.
So,
but what?
yeah.
Okay, I remember seeing Donghuang being played competitively. They used Donghuang to do aggressive invade and buff steals.
Yeah, but I think since when they add there's like a 40% damage decrease when you're invading early game. So I think since that, then this option just not become like not popular as it used to be.
What about Sun Bin?
Sun Bin is also in B tier.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
play Sun Bin with a tank jungler or with a tank jungler or with a tank. It's really good.
I feel like Sun Bin rotation speed, like Sun Bin definitely has a lot to offer in the game because like the rotation speed, the silence from the ultimate, it seems insane.
But make sure when you use your S2, you have to be careful. You have to make sure that you use your S2 when your teammates going to start tanking the damage. Then that's the time that you need to use your S2. Don't just like use it for speed.
Got it. Also, because also just comeback time, so you can like rewind time, so you can regen HP. So I gotta ask a question. Among like all the tank support, there's also some really popular options like Liu Shan, right? Liu Shan is popular, but why is this character not used competitively? What's wrong with Liu Shan? Because I feel like he has strong engage.
Yeah, Liu Shan is annoying, and he have a lot of CCs obviously, but the range is just too short. You can't really touch anyone. So that's why he's just a C tier.
Oh, C tier. Okay, what about Zhuangzhou? Because Zhuangzhou is also tanky, and he's basically immune to any quad control besides Zhangliang or Donghuang, right? And like if you're playing Zhangliang or Donghuang, you're not gonna ult the enemy Zhuangzhou. I mean, let's be real. So why is Zhuangzhou bad option? Because I feel like he can tank, he can remove quad control for the team.
If the enemy team have crowd control, you can pick Zhuangzhou. If you have Dharma, they have those type of hero, you can definitely pick Zhuangzhou. But other than that, it's just not a good pick because he's not tanky as those tank support.
So you would say Zhuangzhou is like usable in competitive or in top elo rank.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but it's just situational. Okay, got it. Then what about Cai Yan?
She's in C tier because
interesting.
Yeah, there are just so many heroes that have been able to counter Cai Yan, especially in HoK. You have I think 3 items: one tank item, one mage item, one ADC items,
anti-heal,
and anti-heal. So it's so easy to counter Cai Yan. So that's why she's a C tier. But to be honest, I like her when I'm playing ADC.
Yeah, because I feel like in rank, she just become really strong. Like, even if you build anti-heal. Because her sustain, they can... I feel like there's way around it. And late game heal is still pretty decent. Even with the anti-heal.
Yeah, I would say Cai could be a B tier if your ADC is really good. But
True.
yeah.
And do mind you, Cai Yan's ultimate not only heal, also offers a lot of defense. I think it makes you tanky as well. So
yeah, it is.
I see, because I've seen like people play Huang Zhong and Cai Yan together.
Yeah, that is annoying.
You can't do damage to them. They can't move. Neither of them have mobility. But when the assassin jumps on them and they just become unkillable, you're like, what?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Like a castle.
Yeah, like actual castle. So sure, that's one of the combo that you can try for sure in rank. Okay, so what about Ming and Yarya?
Yeah, those two heroes, I would say, if you're ADC player or if you are a insane ADC player, then will make your Ming or Yarya to an A tier hero. But it just depends on your ADC.
I see. So where would you place them?
I'll place them at C tier also.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
isn't Yarya one of the most popular duo with Mako?
Yes, it is. If Yarya with Marco, I will say it's gonna be between A and B tiers.
I see. So it's situational, depending on what character you have.
Yeah.
Okay, Yarya Arlie. Does that work well?
That worked too.
Okay, so both of those marksmen work really well with Yarya.
Yeah.
But Ming
You have to know one thing. Vision is the most important things in the Honor of Kings.
True.
No, without vision, you cannot really do anything. So when you're playing those two heroes, you're definitely gonna have less vision. Yeah.
Okay, well then Zhang Liang doesn't have. Okay, I guess you can use skills, but if you use that logic, Yarya can also throw skills for vision, right? So Liang Dolia and then Daidia. I mean, they also have vision issues, no? Because they're all squishy.
Yeah, but compared to Yarya and Ming, you just if you build tank on Daidia or Dolia or Liang, you might be able to step in the bush, and if somebody comes in, you can just hold them. Doing a lot of CCs. But Yarya, you can just throw a snowball or whatever.
True.
And that CC just
I guess that's also why Zhang Fei is always I think since I started playing, I was introduced to the game in I would say 6 years ago, and then when I was start playing, Zhang Fei was already popular. Now 6 years later, it's still popular because this character can get so much vision without worried about dying.
Yes,
you can jump away.
I would suggest everyone to play Zhang Fei because, especially in rank or peak, if you're playing support, definitely pick Zhang Fei because your jungle most likely gonna pick some assassin. Then you will need some vision for your team. So,
true. Zhang Fei is probably the most popular character to use for vision. And also, I've seen people take Smite, just to steal buffs. Is that still a thing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can definitely do that, or build the items that have 1 second stun, 0.5 or 1 second stun. Yeah, the item is also pretty good.
Stun. It's just called stun, I think.
Yeah. Stun.
So why did Zhang Fei build stun though? You just walk up to people and stun them? Is that that's
you can. The combo is ult, and if you ult their AEC, just S2 jump on them and use stun. So he'll get CC in for 2 seconds, I would say.
Makes sense.
2 seconds, 3 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. That makes a lot of sense, guys. So there you go. You not only see the tier list, you also gotta learn some tips. Again, this is your support tier list. We're missing 2 heroes here. Is there anything you want to tell them about your upcoming journey to Malaysia?
Yeah, we're gonna play in Major West League. I hope everyone can watch our games and support us.
All right. There you heard it. That's your tier list guy. By the way, guys, you learned a lot of knowledge from Muaji. He is going to be the mid laner for Team Movistar KOI that is representing North America region going to Major West. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go follow the team, follow the player's journey, and support North America, most importantly, guys. I know the region is not as big as some of the SEA regions, but we have some of, if not the best talents, I would say, globally. We're actually I'm actually confident in the boys on winning. You guys, are you confident going to EWC?
Hell yeah, I am.
All right. You heard it. So go follow, support North America region. And then that's it. Well, if you enjoyed this video, like, share it with your friends, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.